So, so Joe, can you tell me about your artwork? Like, what kind of art is it that you do?
Well, my art, I do found object stuff. And that would go into the dumpsters and I would take them and bring them home and recreate things with them.
Okay, and so how did you get started with that?
I started when I was very young, approximately about, I was about like 5 years old. I would go to my aunt's house because I remember she used to have like a clay dump, which was the clay was not that very good. But I started doing various kind of little stuff, with the clay. And then she used to always tell me, oh, you do all this nice stuff. Someday you're going to be a great artist. But I had no idea of what she was talking about, because I was not really knowing anything about the art yet.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in St. Lucia. That's an island in the Caribbean. Way up in the countryside, which was a very beautiful place to grow up. I would go by the river banks and then get a soft, chalk, and then there were big iron stones in the middle of the river. That was my canvas. I would go out and I would draw pictures, and then my nieces, my aunt, and then they would come out. They couldn't believe I was doing this thing, but they were just always tell me, well, to continue doing it, So
Is there a specific theme or something that you want people to think about when they see your work?
if you really look at it, you could see like the sculpture that I do right now. It basic on like African, you know, the features of African, and also some of them you could see European things. I want people to really see that the two culture could really integrate together.
Do you have any advice for other artists out there, others who are also self-taught?
My advice to them would be to just continue what they're doing and just whatever they they get their hands on is a piece of artwork. It might look like it is nothing to some people, but you could take it to your studio or your backyard, wherever you work, and then you could just lay that piece of wood or metal there, and then you look at it, and you could see there is an image, something you could create with that thing. Sometimes the critics would say, oh, it's junk, why are you doing it? But it is not. You could create something that would be very, very beautiful.